sort of. We'll see if it works. Hopefully it brings things back. I am sorry if you had to jump over to another episode page and any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, hi. So hopefully, let's see if we catch up. Am I good? Yay! Hurrah. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Appreciate it. Obviously, it takes a moment for some of the other sites to jump back in. There was apparently an update on my audio routing software, and apparently that mattered. Okay, back to where we were. Where were we? Oh, yes, he really won, and Wani. No.
We got it approved. But many, many things, what we've done for the vets. We had a 92% approval rating with the vets.
Wait, we were way ahead.
Unlike Biden, I believe they're woke. Our military will be incapable of fighting. And you know, I saw the other day where they were saying, we are going to look into the election. I said that.
Okay, yeah,
illegally altered vote tabulation data. All of these things, this is what they used to talk about. These things happened, they said, in Wisconsin. They're really starting to move. And the manager who worked in...
Jumping ahead.
Can't have a country without borders. Well, you can't have a country that's not going to have elections that are real and free, and people have to know that they're real and free. Otherwise, you don't have a country. You don't have a country. Our government spent 4 years and $48 million on a fabricated witch hunt about Russia.
Well, they actually made money on the deal, by the way. Just so you know, Mueller, in the property and money seized, even though he pardoned Manafort and others, they seized more funds than it cost.
Hillary Clinton's the one that paid for it. You believe it? She paid for it. Her and the DNC. Think of the DNC. They paid for it. After years, they learned. How about this? 4 years went on from the day I came down the escalator with our great former First Lady.
Former? Ouch! That's gotta hurt. Look at the look on that guy's face. Look at the guy right over there with the white shirt. The former?
From the day I came down. And at the end, they said no collusion. A friend of mine called up.
No one said that.
Said, you have to be the most honest person in history. They spent $48 million. They had 18 angry Democrats, really angry Democrats.
Sure.
And they got nothing. Pretty amazing, right?
Amazing.
I have friends that say they couldn't have done that.
No.
But now if you question and...
But, by the way, he has no friends. Just for the record, I'm just saying.
Election and you fight for the Constitution like the greatest mayor in the history of the city of New York, Rudy Giuliani. They cancel your law license. Radical left-wing Democrats, they cancel your law license, and the FBI agents...
Did they cancel it, or is it being investigated and they suspend it temporarily while the investigation is going on because they have enough evidence to actually suspend it and disbar you, but it's a serious matter?
Go and raid your home like they did to Rudy Giuliani. Think of it. He was the greatest mayor in the history of the city. He took a city that was almost as bad as it is now with crime, and he solved the problem, and he made it a hot, great place.
A hot, great place.
And this is the way they treat him. It's a very, very sad and very, very dangerous time for our country. This corrupt establishment is censoring, blacklisting, and persecuting people who call them out on their flagrant lies and deceit, like the results of the election. People are getting called out for question, but they don't question people with Hillary, and they don't question many other people that falsely claim, because I say that's real falsely claim. She couldn't even get back in. And we have big back in. We have a big, big group of people, and good people, patriotic people. The biggest tragedy
we have, what? What?
Of all.
What?
Is millions of Americans have lost confidence in their vote. We can't let that happen. And that's...
By the way, that's what all these laws are about. Just in case you have... I mean, yes, do they want to stop black and brown people from voting? Of course they do. But that's ancillary to why they are passing all of these laws or trying to pass them all over the country. It has very little to do with stopping those people from voting. It has a lot to do with the fact that this asshole has talked their base out of voting, that they have given up on the process altogether. Why would you go through the process if it's not going to matter anyways? What is that, right?
That's why I say you have to know what took place in 2020 before you can vote in 2022
Yeah.
or 2024. You have to.
Yeah, you got to know. And you got to know that it's not anything and he lost fair and square. But do you think that's going to work? No. These folks are not going to show up in 2022. They're not.
You know, I have a lot of friends.
No, he doesn't. He does not have a lot of friends. He's a lonely, lonely man with no friends. He's got sycophants and he's got leeches. And that's just the family.
Friends, great people.
Yeah, super people. Yeah, she lives in Canada. She's the perfect girl.
And patriots, and they love me, and everything is good.
Yes, they love me, and everything is good.
Say,
and
President, don't look back, look forward.
that's how my friends talk to me.
You're leading in every poll. You're going to win the election so big in 24. Don't look back. And you know what I say? You have to look back. You have to look back. We won the election in 2020. Who the hell knows what's going to be in 2024? We won't even have a country left. We're not going to have a country left.
So if you do run in 2024 and there's an actual election and you win the primary for the Republican Party, which I don't see happening, but let's just go with it. If you do run, if you do throw your hat in the ring, you start doing rallies and all that kind of stuff, obviously it means the country still exists. So you will be running on the record of the last 4 years leading up to this, talking out of your ass.
And if we don't figure it out, we're not going to be in a position to win in 2022 or 2024. We'll never stop fighting for the true results of this election, and it's moving along rapidly, whether it's Democrats or rhinos who stand in our way. And you know, in many cases, the rhinos are worse than the Democrats.
Yes, by the way, this is the programming I am here for. You know how some people on Twitter, when they see a cat video or a seal saving a surfer or vice versa, and they're like, this is what I come to Twitter for. This is what I watch YouTube for, is to see Republicans eating each other.
The Democrats. They think they can run our country like a dictatorship, but the American people are very smart, courageous, and unafraid.
In a dictatorship, does the dictator insist his people meet with the opposition and craft an infrastructure bill, let's say? Just ballparking.
Remember, I'm not the one trying to undermine American democracy.
No, not at all.
I'm the one that's trying to save American democracy. It's true.
True. It's true. It's true.
Republicans across the country are uniting around a plan to fully secure every future election with voter ID. Now, all of a sudden, the Democrats, they fought it for years. Now it's
again, crap.
A 90% issue in the polls. And the Democrats, well, we always liked voter ID. Do you believe this one? They always liked voter ID for the first time. Universal signature verification, citizenship confirmation, chain of custody integrity controls, updated voter rolls, which are just terrible. It's just terrible.
Yeah, updating the voter rolls, just terrible.
Voter rolls.
Man, it's after a freeze. So it froze and then it did this? Grumble.
Illegal aliens allowed to vote, strong protection of poll watchers. In Philadelphia, in Detroit, they literally harassed innocent Republican poll watchers the hell out of a building. For days and days and days as this election went on. It was a terrible thing they did. Illegal.
Yeah, it's almost as if the poll watchers had already signed up and there were plenty of them, and the ones that showed up were just there to rig the vote their way because they knew they were losing. Weird.
Drop boxes and restoring the time.
I don't know why it's drifting. It's crazy. There's no particular reason. Like on my software, it doesn't go anywhere. Hey, yeah, the timing's fine on here. And then it goes out to the other stuff. And I just don't know why the why. It's very strange. Hold on. It's very strange. I apologize for this, guys. There's nothing really... I'm checking something. It's going to drive me crazy. I apologize for this, guys. There's nothing really... I'm checking something. Me crazy. Yep, there it is. And it's looping on my end. Ugh, God. So aggravating. Let's see. Holding. Let me try one thing. 11 minutes in.